Hi everybody, my name is Jenny and welcome to miamilitmag. Today I want to talk to you about my journaling journey. Before we get started, I want to let you know there will be timestamps in the description below, just in case you want to skip ahead. If you've been around here before, you know it can be kind of chatty. So let's start at the beginning. My relationship with journaling started as far back as I can remember. In fact, I remember not knowing how to write and filling up a notebook with scribbles and just carrying that around. In my childhood, I kept a notebook full of everything and anything. I wrote about dreams, fears, stories, all sorts of things, and this was great joy and comfort to me. As I got older and life got more complex, I began what some call microjournaling. I would write a few lines about my day or whatever was on my mind in my planner, and for many years, this is how I journaled. In fact, I have here my 2016 planner, which is the Moleskine Weekly in the size large, and this is how I used it. I would divide the page, the weekly side, into two. So this side was my work to-dos and this side was my personal, and then here I would write a couple lines a day, like I said, or the whole page, whatever I needed it to do, just to, get some journaling in, because it really does wonders for me. And this is how I got my journaling done for many years. Let's talk about the why before we jump into these Hobonichis. Why I journal. It's important to think about the purpose or goal of why you're doing something. For me, journaling really brings a lot of positivity into my life. I journal to think. I journal to work out problems or ideas. I journal to relieve stress, to relax. I journal to remember, and I also journal to forget. It helps me stay in the moment or escape from it. Journaling for me has to go with the flow. It has to be able to adapt quickly to my needs in that moment. I think this is the reason why I've been able to journal throughout my life consistently, because the rule is there really are no rules. And my goal and purpose is for my time journaling to be a positive experience that helps me grow. There have been so many studies that show the positive aspects to journaling. So I really been lucky to be able to reap the benefits for quite a while. Now let's talk about why Hobonichi. As you can see, I've been in this notebook, the Hobonichi A6 English Techo, for 4 years, and it's been so much fun, and it finally allowed me to separate my journaling from my planning, and that's been quite a treat. Let's start with the first one. Let's move these aside. So I came across Hobonichi a few years ago, and back then it wasn't readily available on Amazon or JetPens or any of these more US based sites. You had to go to the Japanese website to order, and it just seemed so cumbersome to me to order from Japan a notebook I had never seen, I had never touched. I was content this was working, which is the key for me. I've been known to journal on a napkin, just grab a paper from my printer and let it all out. That's really the basic need for me. So all this it's extra. This is the cherry on top. So a Christmas, my husband got this. This was my Christmas present, and I had never spoken to him about Hobonichi. I don't really recall how he stumbled upon it. I think on Reddit he found someone was talking about the notebook, so he bought it for me. And imagine my surprise when I saw this little guy. I was ecstatic because I had lusted after it for quite a long time. So I immediately put this guy aside and jumped in here, and for 2017, this was, for a good part of it, this was my planner and my journal, and it worked. It worked very well. And I think the reason why it works and I've been able to be consistent in a notebook is because the biggest reason is what we just talked about. I have very clearly defined my purpose for journaling, and I don't have too many rules for myself. I'm not constrained. So let me show you a couple pages. Start here. You know what I said about no rules? There you go. This is completely blank, and that is totally okay. It does not bother me one bit. This is my life. That day or these 2 days, I was not journaling. I must have been doing something else. Then here I have some lettering. Here I have my olive edition from Traveler's Notebook, the day it arrived. I have a little bit of everything. And that is, this one's not super thick. I was mostly writing in it. And this took me through 2017. So let's jump to 2018. This I think was a 2017 cover that I used in 2018. Yes, I did. And it's super cute. It's very 80s or 90s. I don't know. But I could find in here a lot of the toys that I owned as a kid. I'm dating myself, I think. So, in 2018, I separated my planner from my journal, and this became only my journal. And here, as you can see, some days I'm not really writing a whole lot. I have some quotes here, and it has to adapt, right? It's whatever I want it to be. It doesn't need to be Dear Diary all the time. It doesn't need to be me trying to solve my life's problems every single day. It doesn't need to be something heavy, but it can be when I need it to be. Here you can see my more usual style, which is just writing and words. Here I have a ticket stub from the movie theater that we went to see The Incredibles, I think it was. Yes, The Incredibles for Father's Day. More writing. This is my usual, just putting pen to paper and words, and basically that's it. And this one's a little bit chunkier than the previous one. Then we move on to 2019. This one doesn't have a cover because I think it's in my reusing cover stash. There are some covers I know I'm not going to go back to, like this one. It's fun and it's very, very cute, but it's a lot. It's really loud and it's too much for me. So this one gets stored. But this one is super fat and I love it. Here I really began implementing a lot more stuff. Here's a picture of my kids on Valentine's Day writing. Here's some stuff from my children's birthday parties. They had an ice cream party last year, and I wanted to show you this page because I messed up the dates. I opened up my notebook and I wrote on Sunday my Saturday journaling, and I realized when the next day when I moved on to do my journaling for the next day that I messed up. Not a problem. Fix the dates. Not a big deal. Again, rules that are not going to be constraining, because this is supposed to be something that brings joy and positivity to my life. This is a tool that's supposed to help me. It's not the other way around. And now we come to 2020. This is little artwork that my kids made for me. Cousin It, if you're a fan of the Addams Family. So same thing, my journaling style doesn't really change. Is this even a style? I'm not sure. I mean, I just write. But anyway, you can see here, writing. I put a bunch of washi tape that I purchased. Writing. That's basically it. So this is usually on my nightstand or on my desk. And for a couple of minutes every day or every other day, whenever I want, I grab it really quickly and I sit down. If I want to have a long journaling session and play around with my different fountain pen inks, my, different pens, I do that. If I have 5 minutes and I just grab whatever, a gel pen, nothing fancy, I do that as well. I want to, really harp on the fact that don't create rules that might be too difficult to stick to. Don't set yourself up for failure, and really think about why you're journaling, and is it being what you need it to be? Is there anything you need to change? And do you need a lot of stuff to get started? No, absolutely not. You need a pen and a sheet of paper. It doesn't even need to be a notebook, to be honest with you. But like any other hobby, there's so many things out there. There's so many wonderful companies that offer super fun accessories and notebooks. And as you start your journaling journey, think about what you enjoy and what brings you joy, what's going to add to your life, not take away, not bring stress, and start there. You basically do whatever makes you happy. Journaling is a special time for yourself. It's self-care. It's everything. So make sure it's something that's not overwhelming you. Make sure that you tailor it just like any other part of your life, whether it's another hobby that you have, your wardrobe, your home. We create a world around us that works for us. That's the same thing with journaling. You don't need to do what the other people are doing. You don't need to buy all the things, or you do if you want to try all the things and go there. But basically what I'm trying to say is play around, find what brings you joy, and have fun, because this is something that's supposed to be fun, and it's a way of helping you grow into a certain direction, whatever it is that you're seeking. So I hope this was interesting to you. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I would love to continue the conversation in the comments. Let me know if you are a consistent journaler, if you have a favorite notebook, or if you like to try different notebooks every single year or every couple months. I know there are people that do that, and that looks a lot of fun too, but I feel like I found my niche in my journaling, besides the fact that this little notebook has a lot of sentimental value for me, so I don't see myself stepping away. But I do, if that one page, let me show you, I have a blank one here. If this is too small, I will add another sheet of paper in here. Sometimes it's Tomoe River paper, which is this kind of paper, and sometimes it's just a whatever sheet of paper. I will cut it, I will add it, or I will just grab any other notebook, and that's fine. It's whatever I need it to be. So if you enjoyed this video, think about subscribing, and I hope you are safe. I hope you are enjoying fall, and I hope I get to see you again soon. Thanks for spending time with me. Bye.